Hello everyone. Hope you all are fine and safe at your home. In last PPT started with the chapter 2 of civics, that is federalism, and previous topic covered was meaning of federalism, features of federalism and forms of federalism. Now in this PPT we will learn about what makes India a federal country and how the federalism is practiced in our country. The basic aim and objective of this topic is to know about the distribution of legislative powers among the central and the state government and how the real success of federalism attributed to the nature of the democratic politics. So let's start with the topic what makes India a federal country. India has emerged as an independent nation after a painful and a bloody partition. After independence, many of the princely states became a part of the country and the constitution declared India as a union of states based on the principles of federalism. The constitution provides for a three-tier government comprises of central government, state and panchayat and municipalities. Firstly, in early years, the constitution only provides the two-tier of the system of government, that is union or state. Later on, the third tier of federalism was added in form of panchayat, which is also known as local government. Some states enjoy special status and some union territories do not have the identical powers. There are some units of Indian unit which enjoy very little power. These units are referred as a union territories such as Chandigarh and Lakshadweep. The central government has special powers in running these areas. Now it is not easy to make the changes in the power sharing arrangement between the central and the state government. A complex process is laid down where two steps are there. First, the proposed change has to be first passed by both the houses of parliament and with at least two-thirds of the majority. After that, second step, it has to be ratified by the legislatures of at least half of the total states. In our country, judiciary plays an important role in overseeing the implementation of the constitutional provisions and the procedures. The constitution provides distribution of the legislative powers among the central and state on the basis of list. Firstly, there were only three lists, but then the fourth list was added with the passage of time. The first list is union list, which include the subject of national subject importance, and the law here is made by the union government. Another is state list, which contain the subjects of states and local importance such as police trade. Here the laws are made by only the state. Concurrent list includes the common interest to both the union government as well as state government like education, adoption, succession. Both union and state can make the law, but if their laws conflicts with each other, the law made by the union government will prevail. Fourth is the residuary subject. This subject such as computer software are not included in these three lists. Therefore, it is now added in residuary list and which is known as residuary, and the union government has power to make the laws on these subjects. Now, next is how is federalism practiced? The federal experiment has succeeded in India because of the clear laydown of the constitutional provisions. The real success of federalism in India can be attributed to the nature of democratic politics in our country that ensured the spirit of federalism, respect for diversity, and desire to live together. Linguistic states. Now, this is the very first and major test for the democratic politics in our country. Boundaries of old states changes to ensure that the people speaking the same language live in the same state. Now, from the independence till now, many states vanished and new states were created. Formation of the linguistic states had actually made the country more united. Some states were created not only on the basis of language but also on the basis of the culture or the geographical location, like Nagaland, Uttarakhand, Jharkhand. When the demand for the formation of the states on the basis of language was raised, many of the leaders feared that it would lead to the disintegration of the country. But the result was that the country was more united. Next is the language policy. It is a second test for the Indian Federation. Our constitution did not give the status of national language to any one of the language. Hindi has been identified as a official language. Hindi is the mother tongue of only 40% of the Indians. Therefore, there are 21 other languages recognized as the scheduled languages by the constitution. States have their own official language and all the government work take place in their own languages only. Use of English was to stop, but non-Hindi states, especially Tamil Nadu, rose in protest against stopping it. The central government responded by agreeing to continue the use of English along with Hindi for the official purposes. The flexibility shown by the Indian political leaders helped our country to avoid the condition of situation that Sri Lanka faced. Another one is center state relationship. For a long time, the same party ruled at both the center and the state level. Because of this, the state level did not exercise their rights as autonomous federal states. As and when the ruling party at the central level and the state level was different, the central level would often misuse the constitution to dismiss the state level. The spirit of federalism was effective by this act. All this changed after 1990 with the rise of regional political parties and the beginning of the coalition government at the center. No single party got a clear majority in a Lok Sabha. As a result, major national parties had to enter into an alliance with the many of the regional parties to form the government at the center. This led to the new culture of power sharing and respect for the autonomy of the state governments, which was supported by the Supreme Court also. So, children, in this we learn about the distribution of the legislative power among the central and the state government on the basis of the list, that is union list, state list, concurrent list and residuary list. The creation of linguistic states, language policy and center-state relationship were the major tests for the democratic politics in our country. And our country was successful in passing all these texts and become a successful federal state. Thank you.